Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we will create the balloon from Clash Royale. For me this is a special tutorial as it is my favorite card from the game. I think this is the first tutorial not to start with polymer clay. We start with this wooden ball just coated in aluminum foil, and I will reveal a secret why I'm doing this. Very quickly, all we need is some clay right now. I decided to create a red balloon, so just coat for a second time. This will be the main part of the balloon, of course. But first we have to coat everything that you don't see any part of the aluminum wire. I wanted to have a nicely round hole in the ground of the balloon, so just cut it out with a knife or with my scalpel, for example. After that we will start and creating all the textures on the balloon itself. As you see, I'm preparing the surface to get a really nice texture. You can also just take any kind of cloth. I think it would also get a nice pattern on the surface. Now we will create the patches. I'm taking a darker red for that, but before let's just prepare the different parts out of which the balloon contains. It should really look like as if the skeleton, which is flying with the balloon, had stitched the balloon by himself maybe an hour before, and now he flies to fight and the balloon is ruined. I'm just thinking about that. He worked for days, maybe for weeks, only for 3 minutes of game and just to explode right over maybe the Inferno Tower. Okay, all we need is just some brown clay and we will work on all the details to get the patches pretty nice, and it should really look very realistic, and I think we are on a good way for that. Okay, meanwhile, while creating the last stitches, let's have a poll. Please participate. I'm already looking forward. I'm really looking forward to the end results. So please participate, and this will be the next Clash Royale tutorial. Okay, now we are finished with the surface of the balloon. Now we will work on all the ropes. For that we need some more brown. I'm mixing different kinds of browns just to get an interesting look, an interesting color, that it doesn't look very boring. And then just take a knife or anything with a sharp edge and you can create this characteristic look of the ropes. We start at the top of the balloon and we will attach it. As I already mentioned it right at the beginning, the balloon is my favorite card in the game itself. And this out of different reasons. I think the main reason is because it makes so much damage. I will just take my mobile phone, give me a second. I can tell you my balloon is... Just a second. Here we go. It's level 5. So I need... Whoa, I need 50 balloons. I already got 33 for the next level, so I think this will be even more damage, and I already love the balloon a lot. I'm playing it with the wizard, because it can remove all the different kinds of minions and even the Inferno Dragon. So everything which would make any damage to the balloon. And of course in my deck is also Rage. Rage to get the balloon very quick to the tower, and it works pretty well right now. Okay, the balloon is almost finished. We will just add some more textures with this fishing net. Well, this isn't a real fishing net, it's some part of an old swimming shirt of mine. And we will just add some more tiny details. And we can start working on the other main part, which is the wooden basket, which is hanging under the balloon. And for that, well, I want to get really nice wooden planks. I'm mixing different kinds of browns again, but not too strong, that you still have these nice pattern inside. So this will be the bottom of the basket. And now we will work on the wooden planks itself. All you have to do, well, this is just some size comparison, the basket should go to the chest, is to cut out these planks and just put them around the bottom part of the basket. This is very easy, so you don't have to be afraid that it's very complicated to create. What's a bit tricky is this, the rope, the texture part, but well, you can also take just some real rope cord, for example, and this should also work. Okay, the basket is almost finished. It looks nice, already looks pretty nice. This is some wire. It's not that flexible because I wanted to create a very stable structure for this whole creation. And we are coating these wires into brown clay. And again, take any kind of sharp edge to create this characteristic look for ropes. You need 4 of them in total and just put them right at the side of the basket. And we will even fix it more in a minute. Here we go. And it looks pretty realistic. It looks like the card itself in the game. Well, at least it looks very near to the reference material I found on the internet. And in the game itself, the balloon is pretty small and you don't see any details. Okay, we are ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked balloon and also freshly baked basket with all the ropes for the balloon. We will start assembling the whole creation and we will go on. But first of all, I was looking forward to that. We will cut open the balloon. I didn't practice this, I'm honest. So let's see if that works. To open the balloon, to remove the wooden ball and also to remove the aluminum foil, that you have a very lightweight structure. I would not recommend creating the balloon out of one piece of clay because it is very heavy and it wouldn't stay that very long. Just take some glue. I'm taking my super glue for that and we are gluing it together. It has a really nice seam and here we go. The scalpel is perfect for this kind of work. Yo, some more. Yes, okay. This will be the burner. The burner. Maybe there's another word for that. It's the fire burner right in the middle of the balloon, hanging over the basket to make the balloon fly at least. And for the fire itself, I'm planning to take just some wool for that, as we did a lot in the last tutorials. For example, the fireball, I really like this creation a lot and it took me maybe half an hour to create. Check out this tutorial if you haven't. Okay, we need some more glue for assembling the balloon. Just stick it together. Here we go. Just be careful. And we are almost done. This is the burner. We will place the, I think, is it called Bunsen burner? Just let me know in the comments. Now we will work on the sandbags. They are hanging at the side of the balloons, and maybe some of you didn't know why there are these sandbags. Well, sand is pretty heavy, and if the balloon should rise very quickly, the pilot in the balloon just drops some of these sandbags or just releases some of the sand itself, and so the balloon rises pretty quickly to the sky. Just some details to these sandbags. And now we will work on this skeleton. Well, I will not create this skeleton in this tutorial. Check out the tutorial of the skeleton army. I showed you in detail, step by step, how to create these skeletons. And it doesn't make sense to just create another skeleton. But we will do a tiny modification. For example, we will create the flying cap for the skeleton. We will place it over the head. It's this characteristic pilot head. Just place it onto the skeleton again. We will glue it inside. And now we will work on the bombs. I was asking myself how many bombs are there right in the basket, because, well, I have balloons in the game itself which are throwing at least 9, maybe even 10 bombs until even the enemy is finished or the balloon is destroyed. Now the ropes for the tiny bombs. I'm taking just some brown clay for that. I think they are called fuse, right? Now even the last one. And we will place everything onto a plate, ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked balloon and freshly baked bombs. All we have to do is just take some super glue. I'm taking the greatest looking bomb of all to glue it right into the hand of the skeleton. Just place it right there. It looks great. We will add some wool in a minute, but first let's fill the load. Put all balloons, no, the other way around. Put all bombs into the balloon, and now we take some wool for this nicely fire effect on the fuse itself. So this is just some yellow wool, and for the Bunsen burner we take some red and yellow, and you can even take some acrylic paint for some orange, for some tiny details, even some kind of white and gray to make it a bit smoky. And finally, I guess that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. My favorite car, the balloon, we created it out of polymer clay. I like the end result a lot, and please let me know what you think. Write it down in the comments. When thinking about the best counter card, well, this is the Electro Wizard, because it is shocking the balloon and it will stop, and the attacking speed is way slower than it would normally be. So check out the tutorial of the Electro Wizard if you haven't. I guess that's it for today. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next week. Take care and bye.